All right, Thursdays, we always talk with folks in the medical community today. It's kind of a special Thursday because we're getting into a holiday weekend, meaning a lot of people are going to be out at the beach, the pool, grilling, driving. It's a big travel weekend. What you might not know, the holiday typically comes with a lot of injuries because so many of us are out and about. So today, Dr. Thomas Clancy, the head of the trauma services at New Hanover Regional Medical Center, here to talk about it. We're talking about personal life during the story there. So many of us out and about, and you made such a good point that it's never dawned on me. Our lead stories, almost night in and night out, are a complete reflection of what you do. They're trauma.
That is correct, Bob. It's a very prevalent problem, and one of the nice things about it as we engage in May as Trauma Awareness Month nationally is that a lot of what we see on the news is preventable. And car wrecks, we see so many car wrecks, so many of which are preventable. The gunshot wounds, some of the penetrating trauma we see that are drug-related, the car wrecks being related to speeding, distracted driving, texting, lack of seat belts, lack of car seats, et cetera, et cetera. So much of what we see could be prevented with continued efforts at education.
So, and as you're saying this to me, I'm literally shaking my head. Do you find yourself at work when these things play out for you day after day, just shaking your head thinking, it didn't have to be this way?
Well, it didn't, and it occurs for a whole variety of reasons, but the effort that we make is to try to educate patients when they're in the hospital and in the community through our prevention programs throughout the state, locally, in New Hanover County. New Hanover Regional Medical Center is actively engaged in injury prevention, so we make an effort to address what we observe.
How much does your curve rise as we come into holiday weekends?
Our busiest months are May, June, July, and August. The population goes way up in New Hanover County and all of the beach communities, and this is where we do see more of everything, every variety, including water-related activities that can result in trauma, near drownings, jet ski injuries. There's a whole variety of things, and then of course the rare shark bite that we've had a few of in this region over the past few years.
If there was something as we go into a holiday weekend when you know so many people are going to be at the beach and just out and about in general, if you could put advice in their ear about just how to go about things, what would it be?
Well, in the beach community, I think the children have to have life jackets on when they're down by the beach or out on the boat to avoid all the potential that comes with that, potential drownings, near drownings. I think car seats, the cell phones need to be put away. The people that are just learning how to drive need to be mindful of the importance of seat belts. And we learn from law enforcement that these observations are made very regularly.
It's almost sad saying it's common sense that can prevent so much of this with what you have to do. Doctor?
Some of it is.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
We're going to come back after this.